Welcome back. It's actually a lot earlier in the afternoon on a Sunday. Shane and I, aka Ghost of FPV, went out on a fun adventure to some, I guess you'd call them new locations to fly, but places I've hiked my entire life. We went out into the woods, but we drove to the other side of the valley and parked. He got permission to go in at a location, and from there, so we hiked all the way back in and checking out some really cool places I haven't walked in almost 30 years, which is really cool. And it was a very, very eventful, fun trip that led to a really epic find. There were all kinds of little things. Oh, he's sending me pictures now. So I got on some trails that I hiked when I was about 15 years old, and did that for summers on end. I lived in the woods. We just ran down there every summer, hiked and swam all summer, and then when the wintertime came, we just hiked up and down the valley, and it's a quite large valley. So I know every in and out of the place, and I got to hike some of those spots that I haven't done in a very long time. We met one of the homeowners way out in the middle of nowhere that actually owns part of the property that adjacent or butted up against where we were, and we got permission from him, so we got some new adventuring to do. We found a huge axe. Shane, if he comments on this video, will tell you what it is. It looks like a Gerber axe that was just in the middle of nowhere. It's been sitting there forever. And that ended up playing a part to us finding one of the most coolest things we've ever found. While checking out a spot he flew last, we spooked a huge turkey vulture. Very, very large bird. So we walked over to check the area where it was to find the remains of a possum that it was eating. And it was right next to the remains of a huge deer. I don't know how it passed or any of that, but I'm guessing coyotes got to it because there was nothing left but just some fur and blood and lots more fur, but it was pretty gross. But anyway, so on our way back, we were walking around the outside of where we originally walked, because we kind of parked here, trooped through, found this really big pond, and then came out onto the road and then continued on. This time we started walking around, and I saw something at the corner of my eye, and we went in to investigate it, and we noticed that it was a big orange balloon, and it was attached to a box. And that box had writing on it, and, it kind of looked like a weather balloon. So we've tried to figure out, and it was 40 or so feet in the air. We just didn't have anything to throw at it properly. We threw some branches at it, but just couldn't get it. And there was a vine that was sort of next to it, so I grabbed the axe that we had and was able to chop the vine, and Shane was able to kind of pull it and wiggle it around the hanging piece and get a hold of it, and it actually took down the box. So we looked at it and realized quickly that it was definitely part of a weather balloon, and that there was a self-mailing address on it that if it was found, to mail it back. So when we got back to the truck, we opened it up, and I had a pre-set envelope. So it was intended that it would go down somewhere and that it's going to get mailed back. So it was super, super cool. Shane's actually messing with it right now. He just sent me some pictures of it, and he's going to get it back to them, which I think is a really cool thing. It wasn't too bad today. Let's see if it tells me. 47. Little windy, but in the valley, it was super, super calm. I worked with, where's my Avata? I put the ND filter on it today because I've been flying it without it. I didn't put it into manual settings. I've been leaving it automatic because I'm finding I'm liking the footage a little bit better. But the whites, especially in the woods and stuff, the bright sky gets washed a little bit. And coloring has become a pain in the ass, or could be a lot easier. So I've been just previewing footage and dumping it from the SD card onto, we can't see it, my external hard drive that I have attached. And I'll have to play with coloring again, because when you're in the woods, it obviously darkens a lot of things, but when you do things in post, you can bring the colors up, down, the blacks, the whites, all that stuff to kind of adjust a little bit. But I think it'll make it an easier time with the bright whites, and not have to lower as far as I have to not make it look washed out. That's about it. Like I said, we decided to get out early. We planned for 11. We left the house at 10:30. I've been in the house for 10 or 15 minutes or so. I'm pooped. We put in some mileage today, and I'm sure Shane's feeling it too because he had a recovery he had to do, so he had to go quite a ways away to get it. Um, Going up and down some steep hills, which definitely kicked both of our asses and shit. But I'm gonna start some editing. I need to blow my nose. I'm stuffy from being in the dry, yucky air outside. But stay tuned. Got some more footage. I got a great edit coming out tomorrow. Fall foliage transition from, I'd say, late summer to fall to the really good colors to winter, snow, yuckiness. And yeah, I got some great edits coming. So stay tuned. Hope you all enjoying the Sunday. We'll see you soon.